It's going to start soon. This is our preview screen. Yes, that's good. You said yes. What about you, Chris? Are you excited about our best offer sale coming up? Oh, Zachary, what about you?
Sounds pretty cool.
Oh, gosh. You better stick around, folks, because on your telescreen in front of you is going to be our greatest sale of all time. Of course, I'll say that for the next sale, too. We're going to use this same footage. Aren't we, Steven? Steven, please! We have to sell this stuff or we're going to go bankrupt. Oh, where's Kurt? I can't. He didn't come in yet, did he? Kurtie. Maybe he'll help tonight. We always have our big load of extra, well, let's call them guest stars. They're all going to join us for our sale today. I hope. Stick around, folks, because it's coming. It's coming. Well, so's Christmas. Are you ready for another best offer sale at TNT Amusements? It's going to start soon. This is our preview screen. Yes, that's good. You said yes. What about you, Chris? Are you excited about our best offer sale coming up? Oh, Zachary, what about you?
Sounds pretty cool.
Oh, gosh. You better stick around, folks, because on your telescreen in front of you is going to be our greatest sale of all time. Of course, I'll say that for the next sale, too. We're going to use this same footage. Aren't we, Steven? Steven, please! We have to sell this stuff or we're going to go bankrupt. We are ready. We are ready. And, you know, we got, Terry, how many are watching? 25. Okay, we have 25. I'm glad you're joining us. We decided to do Sunday night. Tuesday night was only so-so. People didn't show up until 8. And Saturday night was not doing well because everybody's down the shore. But I thought everybody'd be driving home, you know, from the shore or wherever they were, and they'd be ready for 7 o'clock telecast. Of course, it's only 4 o'clock in California, but we figured, you know what, we'll give it a start. I'll take the soup here. Oh, no, the tomato soup goes in the fridge. The small one. You don't mind if we eat. Listen, we have a guest star today. He's running our camera tonight. Gino, would you move, just swing it around. Swing Mr. Camera around. Now, duck your head down. There's my Gino. 100% redhead. Gino got a workout this weekend. You know what he did? He picked up a Dance. What number was it? A supernova. Oh, man. He picked up out of the basement of a fraternity house or something. And my Gino carried that thing up the steps with little Steven Van Splinter and another little 100-pound guy. I don't know how, but Gino he's been working out a lot, as you saw, you know. But he was sweating and cursing and cussing. Oh, that was yesterday. So there'll be a Dance Supernova at the Gameseum in Ephrata. So Steven Van Splinter's museum, 100 games. He's doing great. Everybody loves it. Everybody's having a ball there. He's really doing well. We're up to 42 people. So we're gonna it's 7 o'clock. You know, we should start just say we did it. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with item 1. But before, I'm gonna tell you, if you're new to this and you want to bid, you have to go on sale.tntamusements.com. Oh, I see we got a lot of great people here. Phil's here. who graduated. We have something special for Phil tonight, and so you have to stick around. Puck Chucker's here. Ted, Acid Rain, Jackie, Hydraulic, Jobo. I can't go any higher. Richard's here, and Quincy, but I can't see any higher. And now Tony is here. We have a lot of people, a lot of our favorite, and there were a lot of other people that signed in too. We're up to 47, which is a great number to start at. 3 ways we're selling tonight. 3 ways. The best offer is for most of the auctions, where you make an offer, you type it into the screen, and then that's the offer. Possible 2 is buy it now. I'm going to flash a price, and whoever hits the button first buys it. So you got to keep your fingers ready. And number 3, which is going to be our first item of the night, is the right price. You type in what you want to pay for it. Anywhere from 0, you can try. I might surprise you one time anyway, to whatever. Whoever hits the price right on the nose or is closest to it, above it, will win it. Will win it. So if I was asking, let's say, $200 for something, which I don't have anything like that in this thing, if somebody put down $185, they wouldn't get it. But if somebody put $205, they would win it. Even though you'll never know what the actual price is, what I want, unless I tell you. Our first item is a dot matrix display with no burn-in, clean as a whistle, came out of a game we sold, and one line is out. One line down. The 4th line down, going across from the top, is out. And we can't, I looked at it, I pushed on the ribbon, nothing would light the line. So we don't know what happened. But if you have a game that you don't want to buy a new $300 glass, these orange glasses are $300, and the LEDs are like $379 to $450. Thank you, Terry. If you didn't want to buy that, and the game was, let's say you were going to sell it at the auction, or it was one of your less favorite games, like Circus Voltaire, Twilight Zone, you could put this one in. So, all you have to do, and Hydraulic has already put in his price. He said he'll pay us $0 for this. That means he'd have to pay for the shipping. You just type in what you think you're willing to pay for this dot matrix glass. No burn-in. So it's not like it has heavy burn-in. Clean as a whistle, but the 4th line is down. Somebody said there's a way to fix these. I'm not diddling with it because I can't be bothered. I can't. Oh, well, I'm going to just have the soup. And keep that in the kitchen for now. Because I'm not going to eat in front of these people. Of course, they're probably eating in front of me. A link to the website. Terry, can you go on the bot, or Tony Clark? If you could go on the bot and hit in our link to the website, to the sale.tntamusements.com. Somebody needs to get to it to register. If you could put that in, that would be great. Terry's going to put it in, sale.tntamusements.com. It's actually at the bottom of the screen. So if you look at the bottom below me, right down here, right here, it says purchase items at. Okay, so we're ready now to start the countdown. Gino, do you know how to hit the countdown? So Gino's going to hit the countdown. We actually have a party. We were booked solid with parties all day. Somebody's going to be winning this for sure. Now, who it is, we don't know yet. So here it goes. 9 seconds. You can still put in bids. There can still be a $40 bid. There can be a $45 bid. There can be a $55 bid. Nobody else is jumping in. And guess who? Silver Bowl Wiz hit it right on the nose. So you won it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Oh, and by the way, shipping. Don't worry about bidding. Don't worry about. We're going to send you a bill, and the new bills. Jillian figured out how to get everything you're buying, including the shipping, on one single invoice, and then you can pay by PayPal. So you just hit the PayPal button. Yes, could you get like an apple juice, No, I don't want grape. I don't want grape. Orange is fine. God, I just don't like grape. I'm not in a grape man. If you could advance to the next one, there should be a button that says next, and we'll start on item 2. Once again, Terry is attending to this party too. They showed up late. They booked 5 to 7. They showed up at 5:45. We got lost. So what am I going to do? Tell them no, they can't stay? I should, but if we had another party, they couldn't. So if we had a 7 o'clock party, they'd have to get out. You show them how to step up to the next one. Thank you, Tony, for putting that up. Oh, the autofocus. It's it should be on. Push the button. He says it's not focusing. I'll tell you what. Turn the knob then. I'll tell you how you could really do it. If you zoom in on my beautiful face. By the way, did everybody watch last night's live video? We had so much fun. I think it's in. It looks clear.
Seems like it.
Yeah. And I don't see the box around my face. So, anyway, our next item of the night, folks, is artwork. And I'm going to show you each piece. The reserve was $10. So Tim Dog got the reserve. So these will sell. There's 4 pieces. The first piece is a Repro Space Invaders. And darn if they didn't crinkle it. If you could zoom in, Gino. Gino's our camera operator, and Terry's running the program, and then I guess they'll interchange. I really think if you put this under glass and lay it down in the sun for 20 minutes, it'll flatten it out, and I think it'll install fine. Or you could just stick it on your wall, stick it in the living room or dining room. Your wife will just go nuts. She'll have a lot to tell you. I don't know what happened to this. I'm not sure if somebody cut it down, but it's Fighter and Attacker, the Namco version, I guess, and it's in great shape. There's some issues, some folding issues from how it was stored. It's an original, so it sticks down. So that's that. Thirdly, this is a repro, and it's on a heavier material, an Asturds Deluxe overlay. But see, when I show the sideways, you can see, I think this will install fine flat once you unpeel it. Or once again, you could stick it. That one, I suggest you stick it on the bathroom mirror, before your wife walks in for the morning. Now, this last one is an oddball. It's on shiny paper. Gosh, I don't think it has any sticky on it. I'm going to look. It does. Okay. It's not real thick. It's a Street Fighter Champ, and it is sticky. So it's a clear background. Street Fighter Champ. There. Okay? It's the gray. The color's really right on, but you'd have to I have no idea where this came from. But we're going to start the countdown. Now, this is a buy it now. Phil, who we're going to have a little fun with later tonight, is the high bidder. Does anybody want to pay $35 for this? It doesn't look like it. And Phil, I think you're going to end up stuck with this again. You really need these overlays, Phil? Phil, you got them. You got them, baby. So Phil is the winner. An unprecedented winner of that. Now, number 3 are pinball advertising flyers. Oh, huh? can't. I don't understand what she's saying. Who? Oh, yeah, yeah. The paper's on the desk. Hand me the paper, and that'll remind me. Yes. Yeah. No. That's it. Yeah. Let me just have it here. Good. That's later. I'm not going to do it this early, but we only have 84 people watching. Yes. No, we will. We have. I won't call them surprises, but we have some fun at your expense. There we go. Mr. Orange Juice. Good. There are 5 pinball flyers. They're brand new. Only one's an old one. It's Circus Voltaire. And the top has a couple little bends in it or something. I had a boat-ass load of these, and now I only have this one left. So it's two-sided. That's number 1. Number 2 is a brand new Jurassic Park, or I like to say Your Ass Is Mine Park Pro flyer. The next one is Ye Olde Medieval Madness. Now this is the Repro, the Chicago gaming version. And they made a wonderful version of their own, and Chicago gaming has kind of disappeared. Jeff from Classic Arcade. Hey, Jeff. You have a sleeve of what?
Do you have a sleeve of 6809s?
6809s. Well, I don't even know what no, I don't have a sleeve of them. I may have a couple. What does it do? For what game, Butterballs?
It's a processor.
It
was on soundboards. It was on like Granny the Gators, Baby Pac-Man, WPC CPUs.
I definitely don't have a sleeve. I know we have some new processors. I bought some when I found them, but I don't know what they are. And right now, we have 86 people watching and listening to you because I'm doing my auction live.
Oh, watching and listening. Oh, jeez.
To you. You called me while I'm... Now this, by the way, folks, this is Jeff from Classic Arcades. And Jeff, the best way to get a hold of you is classicarcades.net. Jeff, what's your email address?
classicarcades@comcast.net.
Yeah, classicarcades@comcast.net. He's the guy we get those great drop targets from. The custom $6 million man, the Playboy drop targets, side art. He does side art for he sells licensed Williams side art. So you can get Gilligan's Island from him. You can get Getaway. Pretty much anything, right, Jeff? So email him if you guys are interested in stuff. And I'm going to get back to my telecast.
All right, sorry, buddy. I didn't want to interrupt your show, but hey,
You're fine. I still love you, baby. All right.
See you.
Bye-bye. Last night on our live video, which ended up being 55 minutes, a guy called in for service on a twister I sold. A wonderful twister. I made a video, but I haven't had a chance to edit it and show it to you. And then we fixed his game over the phone. A lot of people like that, so we're going to try filming live sequences when people call for service. All right, the fourth flyer is a Willy Wonka that shows all 3 editions. And the last item of the night, Fuzzy Castle likes Butterballs. Yeah, I'd have to think about where I got that from. You know what? That goes down from my wife. My mother. My mother said that. And lastly, the Star Wars Pinball, the Home Edition by Stern. So there's 5 brand new ones. Phil, you've won them again. I'm going to get a lot of money from you. Phil has promised to come back down and see us. Okay. So he's going to be coming soon. And we have 100 viewers. Hi, Mark. Mark Silk is here. Mark lives in England and is the Scooby-Doo man. He's the voice of Scooby and a bunch of other stuff, too. Good. Now, this was popular. We did 2 buckets of buttons in the past. will do these as my wife or my daughter gets more of these buckets, because my daughter's teaching summer school and she brings pretzels in for the kids. And then you have another one ready too, I understand, right? Yes. So Terry has informed me. So what we did is we filled it up with a bunch of used buttons. Okay, there's a few new ones. There's actually a few brand, like this one's brand new, but there's both push button. This one's brand new. So there's both push button, micro switch kind, like this one has a number 3 on it. And there's micro switches in here. Oh gosh, there's a coin switch. So you're going to get a coin door switch. A whole bucket. There's a lot of buttons in here. One of them has A on it. Oops. You're not getting that one. No, I'll give you that one. Anyway, it has met the reserve, 160 RPM. There's got to be 100 buttons in here. There has to be. Now, even if the button's dirty, you can generally clean most of them up, almost all of them. So there's leaf switch buttons. There are no leaf switches themselves, but there's plenty of buttons. I call it button a go-go. And Phil is the high bidder again. Phil, my gosh, there's 14 seconds to go for our bucket of buttons. So this is the time. I knew a guy called Charlie Big Balls, so I asked the question, why is it called Charlie Big Balls? And the answer was because... Thanks for that, Anthony. Pickled buttons. I like that. Then, Phil, you're the winner. You've won the bucket of buttons. You've won the last 3 things, right, Terry, out of 4? Yep. That's right. Okay, the last 3 things out of 4. Yes, Terry is here. Heart. Say hello, Terry. Hi. Okay, did that come through with my mic? Because your mic's not on. Okay.
Hi.
There she is. Thank you. She is here. Mortal Kombat, right here. Mortal Kombat 2. How many of these have I had? Gino, how many do you think I've had? I know. I'm going to say we've had 15 of them or more. And as a matter of fact, I think we told everybody I had 3 that didn't work that somebody bought, and he fixed all 3. He fixed 2 right away, and then the last 3. RK Eric is here and Tim Johnson. There's a 20-second delay. Yeah, I don't know. The original voice of Scooby-Doo is 101 years old. Yes, Mark Silk had to pick up for him, but Mark's been doing it for a long time, and you can probably talk to him. Those buttons have 120 calories per serving. That's a good one. I like that. Anyway, what about my voice talent? Do you have respect for me? Okay. Let's see. Now we're on. So we're going to watch and load the telescreen here. Fast Driver's high bidder. It does work. Now, of course, this doesn't have the soundboard. Okay. All right, let me make sure we have the thing on. Okay, wait a minute. Let me try this. Is this going to do this to me again? Sometimes I have to fiddle with the power supply. Okay. There we go. Okay. Terry, can you go and see if they need anything in the party room? Because we're going to let this load. I heard them in the room. They're probably wondering why the jukebox isn't playing. It's not playing because I don't want it annoying us. So you can see. Okay. We'll just keep an eye. We're doing small group parties and regular parties now. Now that the COVID has reached its point, we're trying to get back to normal. And wait a minute. Okay. Great. This is Mortal Kombat 1. Wait a minute. Just a second. Don't fret. I may have grabbed the wrong board. I did. We'll put that no. We'll sell the Mortal Kombat 1, but later. I have a Mortal Kombat. I have a Mortal Kombat 2. So let me just plug in 2, and we'll do Mortal Kombat 1 either if there's plenty of time left over or next week. I'm not sure when we're definitely skipping a week, and we won't be doing another show for about 2 weeks. Because next week I'm going to a party on Sunday, and yeah, we have a swim party at a church member's house, and I'm just not going to deal with this. You know, it's very difficult to get this stuff set up because we're selling so many games now, more than we've ever sold, and we just don't have the time. Oh, thank you, David. He loves TNT, not me, but he loves me. And codename COD is a clod hopper. Ontario is a scam. Well, I've been there. No, Toronto. I was in Toronto, not in Ontario is a province. Anyway. Did it come on? It didn't come on? Wait a minute. I thought it did. Let's start over. We'll just make sure all is well. I thought when I first plugged it in, it went through the ROM check. See, it's making... Oh, it fizzled out. All right, let me re-plug. If not, wait a minute. Oh, somebody's at the door. Hi. Having fun?
You to know we're heading out.
You're leaving early.
No, we have a dinner reservation.
A dinner reservation.
I realized the distance. We're staying in Philly.
Oh, okay.
And so it's around a 35-minute drive back to where I was.
Okay.
living, So yeah.
Well, good. I hope you had fun. That's good. That's good. It's always good. And all these people are listening from all over the world now to you. So the camera's still running in there, but they're good. I'm glad you came.
Thank you.
Thank
I got the high score there.
On what game?
And the one in the corner, the solid, is super solitary or?
The Mega Touch, the touchscreen
That's
game.
the one, yeah.
A high score. Remember that. No, you got to fill your game room out. Got to get your game room. Well, thanks for coming, guys. You got it. Take it easy. Thank you. Good night. Let me turn this down. Had to turn the record player down. How is that, folks? For your unbridled attention. Okay. Yes. No, it's mine. Can you change it? Okay. Let's get going on this. Here we go. While it's loading, I will sip my soup. As soon as the game is up and playing, then folks, we will do the countdown. Alex is the high bidder. Alex asked me earlier about a Hanacrap monitor chassis. And yes, I'm sure I'll have one. Let me hit the buttons to bypass. You're going to have to put a new battery in this. What?
Tilt it ever so slightly like this way. We're seeing the reflection of the screen. There we go. Perfect.
Good. Good. Okay, so you're going to adjust the Joe one. 'Cause I'm certainly not going to give Joe. A lot of these boards belong to Joe Connor, who ran Coin Services. And Joe is done. Let's see now. I'm trying to put credits on it. It's not crediting. Let's see here. Aha, Mr. Phone. No, that's Gino. It's not putting credits on. Oh, it's. If it happens again, I'll put the phones on Do Not Disturb. You know, we have to verify everybody. If you registered for the auction, Terry, did you look and see if there's any new? Okay. We call and confirm so you can bid maximum. If you're just registering now, we're only going to approve you so high. Okay, I'm going to hit the reset button because I can't seem to put a credit on it. So I'm going to hit the reset button again. Let's try it again. So the guy tested the Mortal Kombat 1 board, but didn't actually test this. So let's see what happens. We're going to make sure it's perfect. And it looks like we have 112 watching now. You know, the bar top I actually sold. This little cabinet is sold, but it's on layaway. And I don't know. We sold it for, I think, $9.99 or $8.99 or something. I don't know if the woman's ever going to come up with the money to pay for it. Okay, now, here's the deal here. It doesn't seem to be putting credits on. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it has anything to do with the bad battery or not. But is that okay, Alex? Because if not, Terry can knock your bid off. I'm not sure why it's not crediting. So I'm hitting my... I only have one credit button now. So I don't know if there's an issue with the credit one button or not. Mr. Mike Closer. There we go. A best offer for the soup. Lincoln wants a best offer. We're waiting for your response in the... hit save, Terry. Yeah, good. We're waiting for a response from Alex. If not, so you are comfortable and we'll continue we'll do the countdown act. So just want to make sure it's okay if the one player credit does not work. No answer. Nothing. Okay, well, here's what we'll do. We'll start the countdown. And Alex, if you can contact me later.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is? Where does it say?
Encore, right here.
Okay. Oh, you're Encore. Okay, I was looking for Alex.
There's no confusion.
Okay.
But,
Our digital confusion is now up to 200. Once again, the boards must be fixable because the guy bought the 3 Mortal 2s from me. I think the 3 boards were 200. And he got 2 of them fixed like almost immediately, and he got the 3rd one fixed. So, digital, you are the winner at $200. Thank you, sir. And I hope you can sell it for 3. That's a good deal, right? Get 300. I'll put it up. Well, you know what? I'll give it to you. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. Okay, now, we found 3 more Centipede boards, but these were better than the others we've had to a point, but I'm going to show them to you. I was going to say, why don't we... How come there's 2 process... Oh, wait a minute. He's gotten the wrong one. There's a Centipede board. If you could, leaning up against Terry's leg, right there. This is an Asteroids Deluxe board. Do you see it? Good. Okay, here we go. We got them mixed up. Now, this board here is fully complete. It has my sticker on it. We sold this game in April of '95, but it came back. I don't have a Centipede to test it in. And in 1996, it says, poor vertical trackball. Poor vertical tracking. Okay, now, I haven't retested it. The board's been sitting for years. Where is the crystal? I'm looking for... Where is she? And we don't have a. Can you believe we don't have a centipede? We got multicades coming out of our ears, but no centipedes. Where? Let me see if the crystal's on this one. Crap. I can't remember where. I'm looking even. Let me hold it up. Maybe I can see two holes. No. I don't see her. You know, Crystal, she's either standing straight up or she's lying on her side, and she hides herself. Let me look on this one. The second board, Joe has taken two of the ROMs out, the two processors, and it looks like their RAMs here are sucked out, nice and clean, and two here. So it looks like there's 6 RAMs that have been sucked clean off the board. Anyway, Brian Lucas is the high bidder. Crap, let me see if somebody knows where. Actually, somebody mentioned the soup. It's not. We got chicken stir fry from the Robin Hood restaurant. It's a marvelous place. So anyway, and the soup is included in the dinner. But anyway, this board is missing some socketed chips that's been sucked out nice and clean professionally. All right, and then the last board, I've got a slew of tags on them. That tag has nothing written on. Oh no, it's worn off. A service called Repair Tag. Powers up plays. Pigs only fall one end. Pigs? Pigs? There are pigs in this game? It's a centipede. It is missing. Oh crap! They sucked all 8 of the rams out. These 8 have been clean sucked out. However, that little EAROM is in it. Actually, the EAROM is on the other, and it's not on this one. So that little chip that holds the memory is still on this. So anyway, Terry's going to start the countdown. Brian Lucas is the high bidder. So one fully complete, unhacked centipede with nothing missing, except maybe the crystal. I'll see the hole later. Oh, the trackball chip's out. So they took the trackball chip out. So it's possible you put that chip in the game on board will work. Thank you, Brian. You were the winner, young man. Now we have thank you. We sold 3 bags of these. We still have more, but we're only going to offer 1. This is a buy it now. Pinball rubbers, brand new, old stock, but they're not yellowed. We did have some yellowed and we threw them out. The smallest one is this. This is a 3/4 inch, and there's 30 of these. The next size up is 3 inches. And they go from 3 inches to 6 inches, believe it or not. And, of course, this would be perfect. You know where they use this one? They use these on the Pinbot, on that one side one. And it's also used on a boatload of mechanicals. We're going to put a price up on the screen in a moment. Whoever hits the button first gets the whole bag. There is 120 rubbers. Now, the big rubbers sell singly for $2-3 each. Okay, just so you're aware. The smallest rubber, the 3/4 inch, is like 50-75 cents, but you're getting 30 of them. Okay, so at that's $15 just for the 3/4. So I'm gonna now remember it's new old stock. We've pulled them. They don't seem to want to break. They seem to be in good order, and there's nothing like putting nice new rubber on your pinball machine if you need it. Terry, show them the price. Here we go. Who wants it for there with Phil? Phil, you have rubber coming out of your ears. Okay. I didn't know what to do with these. We have 10 Merit Dodge City. This was the only legal gambling game permitted in Pennsylvania. And Joe got a lot of these in for service. They all seem to have, well, do they all? They all seem to have a Z80 in them. Not every one. There's also more Z80s that are soldered in, and it has a Dallas battery memory and a few other chips. The boards look like this. Okay? If you could zoom in a little closer, there's 10 of them. And Firehawk has hit the reserve. We made them $1.50 each as a minimum. Here's another one. Now, this one doesn't have the Z80, but there is another socket. There's several socketed chips, actually, that are present on the board. This board's a little different. So this board is a different style, but it is a Dodge City. There's another one that has a socketed Z80 that's in it. The repair says Kurt, a CRT 250. That's what this board is. It's the Meritz CRT 250, a very good running board. This one has 3 socketed Z80s that are still present. This one has 2 socketed Z80s. And then this long chip, I wonder what that's. It's probably a pick. Okay. Just didn't know what to do with them. 3 more socketed Z80s. Shoot, Z80's a go-go. Now, this one has these big doozy chips. That's what they're called, doozies. Yamaha, these are sound chips. A 9938. There's 2 9938s in this. And the Z80. Oh, and the EPROMs are in it. Another Z80. So there's, well, the Z80s. One Z80 that's socketed. The others are soldered down. You can tell we don't need Z80s. Otherwise, we would have sucked them out, too. This one doesn't have any socketed chips. Creep took them all out. And the final one has 2 of those Yamaha chips and a Z80. Anyway, retro gaming, that's Todd. He's the high bidder. We started the countdown. B-Man has jumped in at 70. So B-Man is the high bidder now, Gino. I'll shovel some more juice down. 6 seconds to go. Todd has started the counter again. Excuse me. I should have swung the microphone out. I'm sorry to blast all you with that cough. Oh, Jillian's here. Jillian fixed the invoice. Metro has won for 80. Thank you, sir. I think that's a pretty good deal. $8 a board. Okay, the next one is another stack of boards. There's 10. You know, Terry, it doesn't say that. Can you, number 9, can you just write 10 in? There are 10 Miss Pac-Man boards. They're clean looking, but most of the socketed chips are gone. And I didn't know what to do, so I said, let me just see if anybody, we have them down for $4 a board, $40 for the 10. All right, PMX Gaming is the high bidder at 60. PMX, did you get the last batch? I think you did. Oh, here. Now, this board has all the RAMs in it. So this board has all 6 RAMs in sockets. So nobody purged them yet. Actually, this board has some socketed chips that are usually not in sockets. This board has, the RAMs aren't there, but it does have some socketed chips that are in sockets that they didn't take. I was going to see if, sometimes the tags tell a big story. If you watched last night, we have a really live video that's a lot of fun. Here's another one here. 160 RPM is the high bidder. Oh, this one says red Pac-Man is slow. That's not possible. The red Ghost, but it's not possible. One character can't be slow. I don't know. Another board. Oh, this one has all the Rams in it. The 6 Rams. Long Shot is a high bidder at 90 or 80. 80. And I'm going to show the last 4, and then we're going to start the countdown. All right, this one is. It's got 1 RAM in it, a ROM in it. It's got a ROM in it. Now listen, in every case, the 5 volts is intact. The amplifiers seem to be on every board except this one I found so far. So the 5 volts section's intact in the amplifier. So terrific parts boards, unless you're going to go ahead and fix it. This has a jumper on the back, and oops. We got 100 from 160. Last 2, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 3 more to show you. 8, I didn't even look at them. 8 Rams are missing, but 2 socketed chips are there. 9. Now this one said on it, junk board. Use parts to fix another. So, okay, we'll assume it's a junk board. So, it's got my yellow sticker on it from 1990. So I guess I wrote that. This was converted. They had a conversion for Miss Pac-Man. To get rid of that daughter board, they added 2 chips here. Went to 6 chips, and Miss Pac-Man was all on one board. And then they had to run a couple jumpers on the back. And lastly, a bonus. Look at this. It's got 1 satellite board that still has the factory ribbon, a tie down, and the Rams are there. That's a good sign. So this one is it. Start the countdown, young lady. And we got 160. So we have one nice board that actually has all the socketed chips except the ROMs and the processor too. So that could be made into a Pac-Man. Tim is the high bidder at 110. And we got 140 watching. Guess what? That's more than we've had for a long time, Terry, at this time. And Tim, it looks like you're the winner. Thank you, sir. Tim is one of our better customers. All of you are good customers. All you have, if you just spend $5, or give us a donation. Do you know we got a lot of donations? We took the boys out 4 times this week to Applebee's and 1 time to Chicky and Pete's. And last time, the man that was in the live video, that was Robert. I think he's watching tonight. We had a ball. He was here for hours. And he did buy the Addams Family. I got in, other than the brand new ones I've sold, we got in trade the nicest Addams Family we have seen in years. It didn't even have the bolts drilled on the front panel. In almost every case, when you vended it, you drilled at least 1 hole to put a padlock on it. No holes drilled. No fade. No broken plastics. No wear on the playfield. All the circuit boards, every single board had matching serial numbers. No battery damage. Robert bought it. So if you want to meet Robert, we show you the Addams Family in last night's live video. It's about 55 minutes long, and we had a lot of fun. You'll see me crawl through holes. Uh-oh. I got to see what it is. The records. Now, everybody liked my singing. As a matter of fact, Terry, we're going to show you 50, 45 RPM records. This is the second half that came out of that jukebox I bought. Okay, the first half sold last week, and somebody was so impressed when I sang Springtime for Hitler, they made me this picture. Well, look at this. I think it was Chris, and who does it say on the picture? No, scan down. Chris and Debs. Look at this picture. Springtime for Hitler and Germany. Well, of course, Zero Mostel didn't sing it, but do you think I fit in pretty well? Yep. Oh, yeah, they put my name on the side. That was really nice. So it wasn't a cigar, but it kind of wasn't a cigar. It's kind of like this, say, springtime. Anyway, we went through the records and sang them. I have not seen any of these yet. The first one is Gonna Rock Tonight, The Gainers, which I've never heard of. Olivia Newton-John's A Little More Love. I don't remember that. The flip side is Borrowed Time. I don't know that song, so I can't sing it. The Beatles, Lady Madonna. And that's a Capitol Records label. Okay. Put silver wings dun, 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 upon his chest. This is the Ballad of the Green Beret. Very nice. That went #1. They were very surprised. George Harrison's My Sweet Lord. I remember he told me, he said it had a scratch in it, and it does. He says, there's a scratch in it. I said, well, anyway. Imagine me and you for me. Happy together. How is the weather? Terry is giving me this awful eye, this horrible look. Heaven Knows by the Grassroots. I don't know that song. Get Together by the Youngbloods. God, how did that go? These are obviously 60s and 70s. Grease is the word. Grease.
How'd that go?
Grease is the word, is the word, is the word. It's Grease on both sides. Wait, Frankie Valli on one side, and the other side, instrumental. Okay. So you can sing then. Gosh, this is an odd one. The Ballad of Davy Crockett. An old Cadence record label. An old Cadence. Princess Jillian's The High Bidder. The Rascals, Rainy Day and a Beautiful Morning. I should know them. He's So Fine. And on the Laurie, the Chiffons, the Laurie record label album. Blackbird by Billy Preston. Would It Go Round in Circles? Da-da-da. Yeah, there's a way to get that song. Oh, Cracklin' Rosie, be all on board. And Lordy is on the other side. Neil Diamond. I don't know if you're a Neil Diamond fan, right?
Mom would be upset.
Did I get that right? Mom would be upset. All right, this one's called, it's Joey Powers, Midnight Mary. I have no idea. Where do you want the world delivered? On the cover of the Rolling Stone. That's Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. Having My Baby. Paul Anka. What an awful song that was. God. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Brenda Lee. And the flip side is Papa Noel. Andy Kim. Oh, God, this was Baby I Love You. I hated Andy Kim. I should smash that record. Terry Stafford, I'll Touch a Star in Suspicion. This one's a little worn for wear, the label.
Did you name me after that person? The old man?
Yeah, after Terry Stafford. The Marquettes. Batman. Dun, 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 dun. Batman. The original Marquettes. When that TV show came out, I couldn't get to Woolworths fast enough to buy this. It was 99 cents. I still have my copy. What a great song. It really was. They did a great job on that. Buddha Records. Oh, man, God, I remember this label. I'm going to Make You Mine, Lou Christie, and I'm going to Get Married. Bad idea. Terry, please don't give me that look. Isaac Hayes, the theme from Shaft. Shaft! Can you dig it? Yeah. Who is that man? Anyway. The sky's in love with you. Yes, I'm in love. Herb Albert. What a great song that was. Louie Louie, the Kingsman. Oh, God, I still have mine. Reach out. It looks like brand new. Reach out of the dark. Reach out of the darkness. Dun, 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 dun. Reach out in the darkness until you find. You remember that song? What a great song. Looks like brand new. Friend and Lover. Irene Cara. Hooked on a feeling. It's Flashdance. And the flip side is the love theme from Flashdance. Some great songs here. Princess Jillian's The High Bidder. This one is Tears Go By by Marianne Faithfull and Greensleeves. It's made in the USA. London Records, but made in the USA. And on the Fontana, Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. He actually had his own album, his own label. The Game of Love. I should know that. We're almost done, guys. Jefferson, I fell flat on my face. Yes, frequently. And Baby, Take Me in Your Arms. I say that to my wife every night. The Stylistics. I'm stoned in love with you. YMCA. Yep, that's right. Village People. It's like brand new. Oh, no, wait a minute. I see some scratches. It got heavy airplay in the record player. Len Barry, 1, 2, 3. God, I remember this. The Ballad of Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. Dun 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 dun. It's not from the movie. It came out during the movie. 18 Yellow Roses. Bobby Darin. 18 Yellow Roses. Oh my, well, yeah. Well, not really. Lonnie Donegan. Don't know that. Billy, don't be a hero. Don't be a fool with your life. The Jingle Bell Rock and Jingle Bells. Bobby Helms does both. Mama Cass, Who's to Blame? And It's Getting Better. It's not getting better. The Detergents, and the title of the song is Leader of the Laundromat. It's a back-to-back hit. The other side is Alive and Kickin', doing Tighter, Tighter. 2 hits on one. So it's like it's a brand new. Never been run. Never been run. The Detergents. Leader of the Laundromat. Terry's going to see if she can find it. Bobby V. Rubber Ball. Oh. Do you think that's dun 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 dun? No. That's different. Different Rubber Ball. World Without Love. Peter and Gordon. That's another back-to-back hit. Yes, go ahead and play it.
I met her one day at the laundromat.
I like it. Go ahead. I met her one day at the laundromat. You know, how many of you have met your spouse at the laundromat? Whitney Houston, it's a pictured record. Thinking About You and the Greatest Love of All, and it looks brand new. And it's in the sleeve. Princess Jillian, You're Still the High Bidder. Wayne Newton's Daddy. Oh, this is a really nice song. Daddy, Don't Walk So Fast. Okay, North to Alaska. Dun, 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 dun. That was Johnny Horton. I didn't even know who did it. I knew the song. Carole King's It Might As Well Rain Until September. I don't know what that one is. And Nobody's Perfect Except Me. Carole King obviously never met me. Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter at Herman's Herbert's. How did that go? Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Do. The Chiffons, Sweet Talking Guy. Okay, the Ambushers. Oh gosh, this is I remember this one. Bobby Hart, Bobby Taxi, Tijuana Taxi, Herb Albert, and Zorba the Greek, The Crystal Ship by The Doors, and Light My Fire, baby, light my fire. It looks brand new. Light My Fire. Start the countdown, Terry. Popsicle, Jan and Dean, and oh, I remember he showed me this one. Kuu Sakamoto by Sukiyaki. I don't recognize this at all. It's a Capitol record. But anyway. Princess Julian, you're the high bidder. It looks like you got the record. Oh, well, wait a minute. David G. restarted it. Rob bumped in. And the last record, Snoopy vs. the Red Baron. Dun, 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 dun. This is the first one. It's not the Christmas one. Rob is the high bidder. Rob is going to get it. He got it. Rob, you were the winner, young man. Thank you, sir. Did you enjoy my singing? If you liked my singing, maybe I'll release an album, Terry. What do you think? How many people would buy it? No one. I know. You don't have to be upset with me, sweetheart. Thank you, young man. We had these at the last sale, CoinMex, and nobody wanted them. Never. We've sold hundreds of these. We have them on eBay for more money. We've sold dozens and dozens of CoinMex. Destroyed. They should all be destroyed.
Yep, it's good.
Sorry about that, guys. CoinMex. We have 6 clean, working fine, metal with the black inserts. They all have 2 tits on them, so they'll fit in any modern coin door, almost any one. The older doors, you have to add 2 tits on the other side, 4. There's one that's all metal, even though this black area it looks like it's plastic, it's metal. So there's actually 2, all metal. And then lastly, we have 2 brand new CoinMex. I've never had one of these. They're Suzo Hap. The insert is gray. It's a brand new CoinMex, and I have 2 of them. So there's 2 brand new quartermechs. So total of 10. This is our second of the night, our Guess the Right Price. So whoever guesses the right price or right over it will win all 10. Right now, the high bid is $40. Will they sell, Terry? Will they sell? Oh, Paul put in a 0 bid. They didn't. I'm amazed. 10 CoinMex. Do one more time. One more time, and then we're done. I guess we've run our gambit with CoinMex. The countdown is down. We have one new bid. Rob has put in $45. Is anybody going to put, okay, Cinestan put in 50. Didn't sell. We're so close. You know what, Terry? Give him to Cinestan for 50. I put in $55, but we're going to let Cinestan win.
Oh,
Silver ball, okay. How did that happen?
it doesn't claim anyone until they put it in.
You mean the countdown doesn't count?
It doesn't end. It doesn't go in red.
It doesn't go in red.
It's
Okay.
until-
Well, Silver Ball, you're getting them now, young man. And I thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Our next item are StarTech journals. Now, this is probably the rarest of the batch. StarTech journals were published by somebody in the industry, not an industry company, not like Williams or Bally, and he accumulated information and knowledge. This is bound too. A lot of these we have a lot more, but they're not bound. This is in a nice binder, and they come out. What makes these are Joe's. It does say Joe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's interesting? Charlie says he's going to be so bummed if Todd ever stops doing videos. That will happen at some point. I can't film when I'm underground. Anyway, this has information about Exidy Starfire, Williams Contact, Disco Fever Pinball, and Aristocrap Shuffle, troubleshooting Bally Stern solenoid problems, Gottlieb power-up problems, Atari football, Stern pin games with electronic sound. They're all the things documented in here with schematics and stuff. This became an industry standard. StarTech stuck around until, I'm going to say, the mid-90s, and it was electronic by then. And then they put them all on CD-ROMs, too. This one is Understanding Processors, Disco Fever Drop Targets, Stern Wildfire Operator's Manual Addendum, Modifying Gottlieb Cleopatra, Sinbad, and Joker Poker for electronic sound. Now, isn't that funny? We did a video. Terry, we actually did a video on how to do that, and they covered it in this issue, April of '79. They already talked about converting it to sound and showed you how to wire the connectors. Wow. I didn't even know that. Keeping the video in your video game. When you get to the location, the first thing you'll have to determine is the game has power. Okay, it's like a troubleshooting. Ah, look, the customer service numbers, Gino.
Yes.
We can call Allied Leisure, Bally, Cinematronics, Exidy, Gottlieb, Gremlin, Meadows, Midway, Ramtech, Stern, Vector Beam, and Williams. We can dial any of those. Wait a minute. I'm calling Ramtech. Is this Ramtech? They closed and you got their number? How long ago? 1979. Oh, God. They went bankrupt in '79 right after this manual came out. Terry. Star Trek. And Puck Chucker's the winner. You know, Puck Chucker, Chuck is going to be in a terrific video. We filmed it, 3 Led Zeppelin pinballs. The only time you will ever see all 3 models in a row, and we compare them all. And he was a great co-host. We had the Pro, the Premium, and the Limited Edition. The Limited Edition we delivered last week to one of the band members' children. So they got that. And but wait until you see this video. Allied Leisure cocktail pin modification. Ooh, Atari's new solenoid circuitry, beginning with Superman. Atari introduces its 2nd generation electronic pinball machine. That didn't last long. Oh, God. Poor Atari. They were all excited. Anyway, this is going to be fun. Somebody wants to look through this. Chuck has told me he enjoys the. Did it already end? It ended. So Puck Chucker's the winner. Chuck told me he enjoys reading these on the toilet. Well, I read on the toilet too. I do.
Stephen King.
Stephen King, I do. I used to read a lot. We're up to 119. PCB, Todd Kissed My Junk. Beat that. I probably did, didn't I? At one of your boards. You know what? I'm going to, look, Chuck. I kissed Chuck's junk. That's about right? You know, I've been getting a lot of people asking why I no longer do green screens. And I said, you know, a lot of you, I haven't done green screens in ages. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I uploaded one of the old green screens? This is one I did for a pinball machine called Whitewater. And you know the monster in Whitewater? I thought, where would be a really neat thing to show you on the Whitewater game, a cartoon that Warner Brothers did with the monster up. It looks just like the Whitewater monster. The not the Loch Ness monster. Oh God, what's the creature in Whitewater? The big hairy beast. Terry, find Whitewater. Here we go. We're gonna run you the Whitewater clip.
TNT.
Actually, wait a minute. This guy, I know this guy. You know, something very unusual happened with him and me. Do you know what it was?
Oh, what a cute little pink bunny rabbit. Just what I always wanted, my own little bunny rabbit. I will name him George, and I will hug him and pet him and squeeze him.
I'm not a bunny rabbit.
And pat him and pet him and...
You are hurting me. Put me down, please.
And rub him and caress him and...
I ain't no bunny rabbit!
Not a bunny rabbit, George?
You just wondered when I was going to work that in, didn't you? Jason was wondering, too. How's he going to work it in? Oh. The Abominable Snowman, that's who it was. God, I couldn't. Everybody was guessing. Bigfoot, the Yeti, Sasquatch. Oh, God. Do you know how much time it took to do that? I had to move my face and animate it. I have to do it all manually. It's an old program. But it worked. I think it was effective, wasn't it? Do you think it was effective, Gino? God, he hates me so much. He hates me. We got 120 watching. We're 809, and we're actually up to item 13. We're doing very good, but we're not doing great. James, what? I want James Cameron to comment and watch my videos. I want somebody with money. Okay, we found, I couldn't believe my eyes. One is still sealed. These are Tatung chassis for touchscreen games, I think. Matter of fact, I'm sure of it. Tatung were in a lot of the touchscreen games. However, they could be adapted because they have this cable, and I'm going to show them. These are brand new, never out of the box. And we have this down for, this is a best offer. So we have it a minimum $100 to buy a chassis. You get two of them. So it's basically $50 for a chassis, a television chassis. Now, the chassis, it takes one of these plugs, your input. But I'm going to guess you can modify this. So this pops on the tube. Gosh, it even comes with a line filter, power cord, the high voltage anode, and this here. All right. If anybody, doesn't seem to be any interest, But you could start bidding, right? This is open. Yeah, the green light's on. So we'll start the countdown. I thought there'd be more interest, but I guess there's zero interest. I would think this would be something that would be interesting for somebody to get. But it doesn't appear that way. No, not even a $5 bid. Wow. I don't think anybody likes Tay-Tongue. God. Do it 20 more seconds, Terry. Maybe somebody was just asleep at the switch. So 2 brand new Tay-Tongue television chassis. I wrote the model number down. I guess this will go on eBay. I don't know what else to do with them. But I thought for $50, somebody might be interested. $50 each. I guess there's no interest. Do you think we should try one, Terry?
Insert raspberry sounds here.
What?
Insert raspberry sounds.
Oh! I'll tell you what, Terry. Do this. Change it to 1. And we'll do $50 for 1. And guess what? I'll give you the one that's sealed. Maybe somebody will want 1. I didn't want to be bothered with just getting lousy $50. Yes, Tony, they will. Well, I've been selling a lot of stuff on, as he calls it, fee pay. I call it greed bay. But Terry has changed it to 50. And now she's going to start the countdown. Does anybody want 1 for $50? Somebody has to have 1. 1. There's only 12 seconds left to tell me if you want 1. Oh. Oh, God. Nobody wants it. Juicebox Hero, Paul said. Nobody wants them. Greed Bay it goes. You know, I actually found a case of brand new flybacks, but they're for Cortec. It's for a Cortec monitor. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. 2 for $100. I wanted to do 2, but nobody wanted them at all. Listen, I didn't know if this would be the place to sell this. I thought it was a great deal for someone. We converted that. You saw that Robotron. No, you didn't. I didn't do the video yet. I filmed it. We already delivered it. A guy said he's tired of having service calls done on his Robotron. Now, we actually didn't sell it to him. So he basically had a Robotron. It did not work. The power supply had all 3 lights. If you put the test button on the soundboard, it worked. But the game had garbage on the screen. We converted it to a multicade Robotron with just Robotron turned, and we took everything out of it. The harness, even the wretched little push-button switch that tells the machine to go and let you go and test, and then the button that just went right to bookkeeping. You know, that button is inside the cash pan. So when the guy came to collect, the top door stayed locked. He opened up the bottom door, took the money out. He could reach up and push a button in there, and we go right to the coin information. If he had to write down left coin slot, right coin slot, whatever. I thought that was pretty good. That's that. So you got a soundboard, power supply, all mounted on the board. Now, I can ship them on the panels, or I can take them off the panels for less shipping. Obviously, we'd have to put this in something that's big enough. Now, the logic board has no battery damage. The battery had started to leak, but everything is crystal clear and clean. There's no issues. There's no bent pins. Everything, they're clean as a whistle. All right? So everything is nice and clean, but it doesn't work. Well, maybe you can fix it. There can't be a whole lot wrong since nobody was in there dicking with it. No one. We have $455 from Firehawk. We have a minimum of $500. It does not look like it's going to go. I guess there's zero interest in these. I thought people, if you have an empty cabinet, you can convert it back to Robotron. You got all the wiring. The only wiring we don't have is the control panel, because I think they reused that. So you'd need the connector. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. The connector, let me see. No, that's the sound. We got up to 485 from Cinestan. So the bidding is continuing. It hasn't reached 500. No, that's the control panel. I wonder if we have, I could go back and look. But everything, all the wires are here. Because I told them to keep all the wires together. $495. Nobody wants to pay $500. There's only 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Nobody wants our Robotron. Start it one last time. We'll give everybody one final time. But it doesn't look... Well, yes, Arctic Eric pointed out the reserve is $500. Actually, all the other folks, when they put in a bid of $5 more, it lets the auction continue. So it gives us another 20 seconds to see if somebody wants to pay. We're going to do one more time, Terry. Oh, somebody bought it? No. Okay. Do it one last time. One more time, and then we're done. That looks like it's going to be another greed bay. Oh, God. Another eBay. Well, we'll put it up at 600 on eBay so we can cover our costs and such. Nope, no interest. So 2 bid. I thank everybody that did put in some money and then come down $5. No, I don't think 2 bid wants it. I think he was just helping the excitement. That means, Terry, that nobody's going to want this. But we'll still offer it. We had a Defender come in. I asked Kurt to get that other board. All right, here's the deal with Defender. We have the harness. We do not have the power supply. But the harness is here, and it goes down to the power supply. The soundboard is here, and it works. But the board suffered battery damage. That's why the guy did not want to fix it. He said he's done with it. But we're going to give you another clean Defender board with no battery damage, exact same board, and you can move the RAMs over because we have some Defender boards without all the RAMs. So this is what you will get. The harness and everything for Williams Defender. You'll get another board here that you can move the socketed chips over to. We have, once again, it's $300, and we have a $295 bid, and 1/4. Obviously, 1/4 didn't really want it, but he came up with that. So we're up to 6 seconds, 5, 4. Nobody wants this. Wow, I'm absolutely shocked. I'm actually shocked. Do it one final time, and then we're done. We'll move on to the next thing. So it doesn't look like anybody wants your crappy boards, Terry. You said they would sell instantly. John, we're not fixing stuff like this anymore. I'm done. We move on, and as I said, the multicades are what people want. So that's what we kind of have to move on. And this is proof. The collectors out there aren't at the least bit interested in buying these boards. So there we got guaranteed proof. Proof is in the pudding, folks. You guys don't want them. I mean, gosh, I'm just surprised. So anyway, we have a V-ball logic boards, JAMA. And Terry, this is one of the, but this is a buy it now. No, not yet. Let me plug it in so they can see it. So mean to me. I'm very disappointed in tonight. And, we got 131. Well, we lost some people. We did lose some people. So I guess, there we go. There's V-ball. Okay, boy, it came on right away. It's interesting. This one's not ringing up credits either. I wonder if the wire is off. Because this isn't ringing up credits, and the Mortal Kombat wasn't either. Oh, it is ringing up credits. Okay. press start button. Well, I am. I think I... Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, player select.
This is the checkers game where grandson and
What's the heck's that? Anyway, there's V-Ball. It looks like it. Do you think it's a 4-player? I think it's a 4-player, folks. V-Ball by Technos. Anyway, we're going to come up with a price that I think is worth it. It's a JAMA working board. One price buys it. Whoever hits the button first. Terry, hit the buy it now price. Does anybody want to buy this board for $50? Yes, Arctic Eric has purchased it. $50. The board is sold. And we now move on to the next one. We have another artwork package. Where did we put it? Oh, there it is. All right, the other artwork package was popular, so maybe this will be just as popular. Steve, actually, painter Steve went upstairs, and I said he came down. And he says, "You're never going to use this artwork," and he's probably right. These are brand new, old stock, but it's been stored for years. This is a really rare cinematronics game called Alley Master. It's a control panel overlay. I never saw one in the wild. I think we had one that didn't work. It passed through us once, and it was one of our donation pieces that we gave away. I donated over 300 machines over the years to synagogues, to Boy Scout camps, and then they did projects to try to fix them and stuff, but it got them away. Thank you, Eric. Arcade Eric says, thanks, Todd. I'm glad you got that. So there we go. Your kids go bonkers for V-balls. Anyway, so that's number one. Number two, we absolutely could not remember for the life of me what game this is from. I thought maybe it was like a Willis Time Pilot. It's brand new. It still has the stock sticker on the front that we got it. We got it from Eastern Music. So this era would be 1980, 81. So I was thinking maybe Time Pilot, the fake one. But there's no Willis copyright on it. So anyway, that's number two. Number three, there was a little company that made a game called Mat Mania. It was a huge, huge, unexpected hit, and they got really, really cocky. I remember calling them to get service, and they were really cocky on the phone because they thought that your shit didn't stink, and they came out with the 2-player. Mat Mania, it was part 2. I can't think of the name of it, but that was a dog. And then they came out with one more game, and then they were bankrupt. That was the end. Anyway, this says Mematron on it. It's brand new, but it has some surface bends in it from crummy storage over the years. But maybe mounted it would be okay. I don't know. And look, we found the top part of a 4-player Konami Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the piece that went on the top on the corner of the game. I only have this one piece, but it was new. It has a fold in it, but it's brand new. If you stuck this on your refrigerator door at home, your wife would go bonkers. Arcade lover, you're going to be the buyer because there's only 6 seconds left. It doesn't look like anybody's jumping in, baby. You own it. Oh, no, wait. Oh, gosh. Colin jumped in on the last second. $45. When that happens, you all guys all know that Mr. Counter resets itself. So it's very nice. The counter has reset itself. And Colin, you are going to get it for $45, and you did. Thank you, sir. We do appreciate it. Now, right now, as we watch, there are 2 people watching, 2 young kids watching, Holly and Chris. Are you watching, Holly and Chris? I bet you are. And Debbie, are you watching? Well, Debbie is the sister of John Longfellow in Orlando, Florida. And guess what? Guess whose birthday it is? That's right. Johnny, happy birthday. You're 63 years old. And I can tell you, baby, it's just going to get a lot worse. But you're still 2 years younger than me. Debbie made the arrangement. She said, will you, Debbie and Billy and Chris, said, Polly, Holly and Chris. What am I saying? Billy. It's sideways on this note. Holly and Chris said, can you wish John happy birthday? And I said, I did. Happy birthday. So, John, thank you very much for watching. He watches all of our shows. He did make a purchase. He bought a big house. Gottlieb translate from us. He did make a purchase from us, too. I got $20 out of him. But I was happy. That $20, bought me 2 breakfasts at Daddy Pop's with tip. Because I tend to spend about $7 on breakfast and then the tip. So I got 2 Daddy Pop's breakfasts out of Johnny, so I'm happy about that. Happy birthday, Mr. Longfellow. Now you owe Debbie for making the call. Maybe you would like to buy a Class of 81 board. This came out of one of the many. Do you know I have 15 Class of 81 games in my warehouse, Namco's? 15 of them. This is out of one of them. They don't have any boards. This is the last one. This one works, but the picture looks like poor. The picture looks poor. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then it's loading. And the picture's awful. So I don't know what it is. See, if I turn the brightness up, there it is. You can see the Pac-Man running around. Yes. It's awful looking. So it's like contrast or something. Well, I started the Galaga, as you see. So it plays the 2 games. So it's got a crappy picture. Now, you already know when I have a working 100%, I sell them for $175. It's playing really good, isn't it? It's a fun game. It's a fun game. And we really like it a lot. God, I gotta get another drink. How's the game? Wait a minute, I cocked it again. I'm going to let it go to the Pac-Man game. Okay. Now, this is the right price. I don't know if you can fix this. I don't know. Let me, I didn't try this, actually. Let me flex the board. Yeah, it's definitely a color issue. And I don't know if it's I'm pushing on the chips on the board. Anyway, the right price means whoever picks the right price at the end of the countdown will get it. If they guessed it right on or right above it, it's either right on the price or right above it. Let's see. Is there going to be a winner? Yes, there is. And here it is. It's sold for $100. Coup de sales. That's exactly what we wanted for it. So there we go. Coup de sales. You were the owner, and I'm hoping you can get it fixed. People are fixing these boards, even with the surface mount. So the board's clean as a whistle. I'm out of them now. I don't have any more. See, what we're doing is we're converting them. I hate to say it, but we're converting the Class of 81s to multicades. Do you know how many Class of 81 new games I bought over the years? I bought 550 brand new Namco Class of 81s over the years. I'm sure my competitors bought more. I'm bitter. I'm a bitter, old, fat, miserable pill. The next item, I don't even have to get out of the seat. We have a Lunar Lander board. It's been running all day yesterday. It's plugged into an asteroids. You can't coin it up because you can play see, Atari was very clever. They made the game, the board, so you couldn't blow them up. It's in an asteroids, but you can't play it or do anything with it because none of the controls will match up. Nothing. So we wanted to show you that the board worked. I found a pile of these. We sold one last week, and we found out that a lot of them were missing the crystals. Everything else is on the board is there, but I can't be sure it works. Now, one thing I didn't do, let me put it into test. Now, the test switch does. See, nothing matches up. I have a test in here, but the test switch. So, in other words, if I try to start it or put a credit on it, it goes to a screen where it started. It's asking for your input. So, I'm not 100% sure the board works, but this is the only one that produced a picture. So we have the bidding at, we have a $40 bid, and we have a $275 reserve, because this board powered up. Last week's board didn't. We didn't get any picture on the screen. CUDA Sales has jumped right into the, now I'm going to turn it off and then pull the board out so you can see it. Board is clean as a whistle. Did Kurt put the new... we have a Cinestan is $290, and I think Kurt put a new crystal on it. Yeah, we put a new crystal on it, and the game worked. So there it is. We have a $290 bid. CUDA Sales has gone up to... that says it had 3 lines. We actually didn't know if it worked, and then when Kurt put credits on it, it comes up with 3 lines that say start and this and the other. Tim's the one that bought the board last week. So the board seems to work. Now, this is one of those crossover boards. You'll notice that the 4 ROM sockets are missing, the 4 ROMs, because it uses these chips, these PROMs, instead. So the PROMs replace the ROMs. This is one of only 2 games Atari had. I think they only had 2 games of crossovers, whether you could put both ROMs or PROMs in. The other one was the 4-player Atari Football. Not the 2-player, the 4-player. The 2-player, I think, was all ROMs or PROMs. But there it is. Tim Hoffman's the high bidder on the board. I'm hoping it works 100%, but boy, it's got an awful lot on the screen. It's shifted over, but I'm sure it's got something to do with the fact that it is not a direct replacement for asteroids. So this, you did not change it. Tim's the high bidder. Thank you, sir. And Tim, I'll talk to you later. We could discuss the other boards that we have, too. The Lunar Landers, when they had the conversion kit to an asteroids, you got a new board. You did not convert the Lunar Lander board. It would absolutely not work and run in asteroids. So that I did find that out because there were so many games converted. Lunar Lander cabinets were converted to, thank you, sir, to asteroids. You got side art, new logo glass, you got a whole new control panel, and you got the logic board. But you used the harness that was still in it. I'm assuming that that's how they did it. They must have. I don't know. I didn't do any of the conversions. I never converted them. So, we are up to our next item. We're at item 20. We're doing good. Arcade Hollywood, that's Jeff, says Lunar Lander is such a great game. And so is Jeff from Arcade Hollywood. By the way, did you see the excuse me, the Retro Ralph episode? And they mentioned me in it. Terry, can you go to Captain, not Captain Retro, go down to Retro Ralph. Go down further. Oh, no, click on Arcade. Wait a minute, is that it? There it is. Chasing, okay. His series is called Chasing Nostalgia. and he does an episode, episode 1, going to the Barncade. That's Jeff at Arcade Hollywood's wonderful arcade. You can see Jeff with the hat on right to the left of Ralph. Ralph wants to come and do an episode here too. But guess what? They are doing a new episode. Jeff didn't give me the details, but Terry, can you show the slide? Arcade Hollywood new episode. There it is. A brand new episode with Retro Ralph bringing his baby Pac-Man All-Tech Ultimate MPU back to life. Okay. I appear in it along with Alan Reisman. Alan worked at Bally Midway and has a lot of great history about that era of pinball and the magic that went on at Bally between 77 and 81. So catch that episode. Now, how am I going to see? I'll tell you how you're going to see the episode. You're going to go to YouTube after the show's over, and you're going to subscribe to Arcade Hollywood's YouTube channel. That's A. So you hit the subscribe button. And B, you hit the bell. Okay? And then it asks you, do you want all the notifications? Yes. Jeff is not going to overburden you with a million goofy little videos. He only puts up an edited video every so often. He makes wonderful videos. They're edited. He puts up maybe one every 2 or 3 weeks. It's not often, guys. So go ahead and subscribe, and you'll really enjoy it. And you really will. So, Arcade Hollywood, please. You got to go. And I'm in it, too. No, you better not, Paul. Paul, that was just mean. And yet, Dupe TV did say Polybius appears in the Loco show. No, I have the only Polybius. He had a friggin' Polybius in a Pac-Man or a Galaxian cabinet, for goodness sakes. Watch my Polybius episode and learn. We did it first, guys. Anyway, we have 3 asteroids boards up. 3 more. Now, here's the neat thing. All right, this one is missing the processor and the socketed ROMs and the RAMs. Okay? It has a couple of missing chips up here in the high voltage circuit. Yes. And it comes with that creep. It's my board. And he never fixed it. What a creep. I gave him this board to fix. 1025. I don't know what year. He didn't even put the year down. If he did, he'd be embarrassed. So I gave him this board to fix, and he never did, the little creep. Okay. But look, the second board is mine. It's fully complete. Everything's on the board except Mr. Crystal is broken off. That's the only thing that got busted off. We found this in a box, and we wrote on it, back when we were printing it, we wrote that it was bad in 1998, and nobody has dicked with it since. There's another sticker. They must have retested it, and they wrote another bad sticker on it. So it doesn't work. So I have no idea what's going on. But look, it's all there. Nobody's dicked with it. Nobody's cut parts off. You have to put a crystal on. Crystals, you can get plenty of crystals. And the last one, oddly enough, has the processor, has brand new machine sockets here, and then 2 of the RAMs. And it's missing 1 pot and 1 chip up here. And the crystal's on it. The crystal, she's standing too. So Crystal's standing. Terry started the countdown. Brian Lucas is the high bidder. The 3 boards, 1 is fully complete except for Crystal. But with the Crystal in it didn't work. So that's for sure. But we never went any further with it. Robert Freeman is the high bidder at 130. 3 Asterds boards. And remember, once the auction's completely over, we'll send you a bill. Don't do anything. Don't worry about paying until we send you a bill. We prefer PayPal, but you can use a credit card. We'll deal with that later. Thank you, Robert, for buying the game, the Asteroids. That was very nice. One of my fans, her name is Jessica. Hi, Jessica. She's watching tonight. And she made this caricature of me. I think it's pretty good. What do you think? Now, does that look like me? I got my mouth open.
Star Trek.
Am I going to have a banana or what? What? Do I always have my mouth open like that? Now, Frank was here. You know, he'd tear me apart. Yeah, Todd, normal shot of you. Yeah, Todd, normal shot. Frank is so mean. But one thing Frank has that I don't, he has enormous size. He's much bigger than me. Isn't he, Gino? Say yes.
Yes. Sorry. He's only kidding.
My Gino. Okay. We converted a Space Invaders cocktail. We did. To a multicade. I have the complete harness and transformer, if any of you are interested, for a cocktail. We're putting a multicade in it. Customer sent it to us. But guess what? This power supply worked. Perfect. It's clean as a whistle. Worked. So did this logic board, but I'm keeping the logic board. But if you're interested in this power supply, I'm going to put a price up that'll make you wilt. A working, clean, unburned power supply with the 3 adjustable power adjustments, so you can make adjustments to it at this incredible price of what, Terry? What incredible price do we have? $35. Who would like to buy this power supply for $35? Nobody. Oh, there we go. Tim bought it. Okay. Thanks, Tim. I don't think anybody. I thought that was a great price. I watch these other auctions and they're selling 2 or 3 untested power supplies for $60. I mean, untested? I mean, suppose they don't work. My untested AR2 boards. Oh, okay, Tony. I knew you mentioned that. We're supposed to get a Centipede in, believe it or not, in trade. Once I get that in, I can test all of my AR2s. I got to test them. I want to see what's going on with them. And then we're going to get rid of some. We have a lot of AR1s that we can test. Well, we don't have many left, actually. But what we do have now to show you are some System 1 Gottliebs. I have put a reserve of $75 for 10 of these. That's $7.50 a board. These run about 14 or 15 Gottlieb System 1 games, like Sinbad, Cleopatra. There's a treasure trove of parts. Okay, they are all, I think most of them are missing at least one chip, 1 or 2 of the spider chips. But the 5101s are there on the board. And more than likely, they're good. So you could suck these 5101s out if you wanted to. They're expensive now to find. So we have 10 of them. There's one. I love this one, the note on it. Okay for Joker Poker. And look, it's got an off-board battery system. Look, it's one of Frank's earlier battery packs. Now, hang on there. Isn't that awful? But that, I guess it did it. I guess it had some acid that got cleaned up, new resistors put on, but spider chips, once again, have been sucked clean. Doesn't look like there's any interest. There's not even a bid. This is one for bidding. We have another one here, right here. Okay. Okay. And once again, none of them have the ROMs in them, the game ROM. So they're all missing game ROM. This one is missing spider chips and others. Is there any interest? Tina, there's no interest. Okay. Terry, start to go. Okay, Terry started the countdown. This one said on it, Pinball, Dr. Mike. Dr. Pinball. This one says on it, Frozen. Oh, this one. Oh, no, it's missing one chip. I was going to say, oh, this one's complete. No interest. I didn't know. I thought maybe somebody, we'd sell some. Here's another one here. Start the countdown again, Tara. Okay. And another one. Another one, huh? Oh. No, it's not. Well, this one says parts on it. So somebody did write parts. Oh, God, nobody wants it. I'll tell you what, knock it down to 70, Terry. $70. I'm not selling them below that. I think I'll sell them on eBay. Can you change it, sweetheart? Maybe somebody will give us $7 a board. And another one. There we go. Start the countdown, and then we're done. We'll move on to the next item. It says $70. Somebody wrote on this one, use for parts. It's missing one chip. I guess that must be the one everybody needs. Retro put in 50. I mean, that's an idea. I don't think Joe wants to sell him for that. I'd love to, Todd. That Retro is Todd. But, see, I can't. These belong to Joe. And he would have a stroke. It doesn't look like they'll sell. Oh, Kevin has kept the bidding going and bumped it up to 55. See, by doing that, it resets the counter, and then people who are saying, gee, would I really want them? And Retro has done it again. He's put in 60. So we're close to Joe's 70. Joe said, don't sell me. I said, okay, Joe, I'll try. 65 from Kevin. It's close, but I don't think they wanted the boards anyway. So they're just activating it, see? What's nice of them, isn't it? Yeah, it was. I mean, there's 4 seconds left. They're not going to sell. Well, thank you guys for trying. We gave everybody a really good, solid chance to buy them. I guess that means nobody's going to want these. We have 10 Bally Stern. These were made between 77 and 84. The first one is a Stern. The Stern ones, it actually has one socketed chip in it. It has some acid damage, but it's cleanable. It's cleanable. Terry, can you reach over and hit the zoom button so people can see a little closer? So at 10 of the means, oops. 10 of the means, I'll move my fingers. Here we are. 10 means that they're $8, $7.50 a piece, just like the others. Now this one is another one. This one has 16821 in and 3 ROMs. Now, because the ROMs, it means it's either a meteor. You can tell by looking at the number, but I never memorized them. But look, it has my sticker. So at one point it worked. It's got a machine socket in one of the 5101s and minor battery damage. It could be cleaned up, but we're not doing it. The next one is a chime coil Bally. Chime coil Bally with some acid at the bottom. It's I don't know about that. Hey You is the high bidder at 70. It's almost at the minimum. Here's another one, the exact same model with the same goofy green socket, a machine socket with some acid. This one's a lot cleaner than the other one, but there's acid on this. And it even has the wire with the paper. It's probably been sitting on the shelf for 20 years. And here's one with those rotten, miserable brown sockets. I do have a tip, and it actually has a ROM in it. It's one of the new ones. So it's a chime coil one. Somebody burned this chop. The ROM's probably good. If you take the cover off of the brown socket, then the chip will make better contact. So if you have one of these things, you peel this thing off and you toss it, and then you put your chip back in. Okay? This one has one processor. It has gold ROMs. I'm wearing my short eyeballs today. I can't read the game number. 726. I think it's a 726. It's not power play. I'm not sure. It's a chime. No, it's not a chime coil. This is the borderline. It probably had 2 ROMs in it. So this is a newer chip. A 33 means it would not be chime coil, but digital sound. Okay, next one is also the newer board. This is clean. There's no acid on this at all. It has one machine socket at the top. So it's very clean and no acid. Okay. We're almost done. All right, this one, I guess, they started fixing it. 2 machine sockets. The PIA was unsoldered. There is acid. They took the resistors out and started to clean it. I guess they were going to rebuild it, and Joe decided not to. Okay. There's another one that's in similar shape. Nothing missing, but just some acid at the bottom edge. It's a newer board, too, with this jumper. So that means it's like an 8-ball deluxe or something. The last board, and we're done, and we'll start the bidding one after I show you the last board. Another newer board with a jumper. When you see that jumper, you know it's probably from one of the talking games. No clue of what it was, but it doesn't matter because you can strap it and run almost anything on it. It has some acid. This is not bad. Bidding the countdown has started. It looks like Silver Ball Wiz is going to be buying them for $8 a board. I think that's pretty good. What do you think, Terry? Thank you, sir. You have bought it. I thank you, Silver Ball Wiz. We do appreciate all the sales you're doing. You're helping us clear our shelves. We're moving Joe's test equipment in next week. We're building racks starting on Monday. So he's going to be going to help us out by getting him in here. We can try to get this crap fixed faster. Anyway, I did want to share with you the fact last night, if you watched last night's video, you noticed we set not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Victor mouse traps. Victor. Great brand, a great trap. The first night, we used the self-bait, which is just a yellow piece of cheese. Unfortunately, the yellow piece of cheese was plastic and didn't work. So this time I bought a can of peanut butter that you saw last night. I smeared it on, and this morning we came in and 2 traps were tripped. He flipped one. But the second he got all the peanut butter off of one, but he didn't get the second one off. There, I'm pointing. Oh, poor Mousy. Oh God, he's dead. Dead as a doornail. What I did, I thought for fun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack Mr. Mouse in with one of your purchases. So one of you is going to be. I can't even get that out. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even continue and do that. I couldn't even get it out. Couldn't finish the joke. Poor Mousy. Well, interestingly enough, that stupid mouse tripped the other one and ate all the peanut butter on the one. That was by the jukebox, but I caught him on this one. But we have 2 mice. So all the traps will be reset tonight. Look. Number 4. What, baby?
Frank's lunchbox.
Frank, we're gonna show you Frank.
The mouse is probably in there.
Frank probably attracted a lot of the mice. He'll get me laughing and I start coughing. Gosh. Anyway, retro gaming is the high bidder. We have 5 of these. This one appears to be missing the cap, the 2 capacitors. Everything else is on the board, all the transistors, everything. But you change those caps anyway. You have to. You'd be fool not to. However, it does have a note that says high voltage out, no 5 volts. Well, boy, if it doesn't have the caps, I don't know when that note was put on, but when you take the caps off, you're not going to have 5 volts and you're not going to have high voltage. We put brand new ones when we sell these, so I would not take the caps off. Here's another one. It's fully complete here, but somebody cleanly sucked out 4 of the transistors. The first one is a Bally board, and this one is a Stern. This is a Stern board. Okay? The third one, oh God, this one's mine. I gave this to Joe to fix, and well, it's fully complete, and it's clean, and it has my 1998 sticker on it. We resoldered it. In 98, we weren't changing capacitors. So it's been resoldered, it's been serviced. It must not work, or he wouldn't I wouldn't have given it to him. Excuse me again. See, now I'm being attacked. Anyway. Chrissy wants to see you.
Yes.
That's your sweetie.
It is.
Oh, Eric.
Funny.
Here, spin the camera in so everybody wants to see you.
He sees me enough. That's okay.
It's such a cute smile. We love our Gino. Gino, by the way, is volunteering, and I only had to pay him in cookies, juice, and then actually it was a really great chicken stir fry from the Robin Hood restaurant. Really good, really good. As a matter of fact, my wife and my other daughter ordered the same thing we did. We got 5 chicken stir fry over rice, or under rice. Over rice. And then we got chicken soup, too. It was a good deal. Here we have another one. All the transistors are here. The capacitors. Look, I'll fix this, and I'll put this cap on it. I got out of an old radio. He fixed it all right. But it looks like somebody took a couple of the parts out of the high voltage. And then our last one, the high voltage transistor is missing, the regulator and the capacitor. But all the other parts are here, and of course the 5-volt capacitor, the 5-volt capacitor, the 10,000 microfarad. By the way, you can buy capacitors from Big Daddy Enterprises. Arcade Parts and Repairs. That's another great website to buy them. Of course, you can get them from Mauser, but you know what? Interestingly enough, Mauser is more expensive on these caps. So you go to an arcade supplier to get the caps cheaper, okay? You expect to pay about $7 a capacitor. So you change 2 on this board, it's $14, but the board will never go bad again because the capacitors mean the regulator gets nice, clean voltage. I love saying that, nice, clean. Carlos, you're the high bidder. We're going to start the countdown for the 5 solenoid drivers. Once again, don't worry about paying. We'll calculate your shipping for everything. We'll send you a bill. Everybody who's bid from us and bought from us knows that if there's money coming back, in other words, we find out we could ship it cheaper, we'll give you a refund on PayPal. You will never be billed more for anything. Thank you very much, Carlos. Appreciate the purchase. And we are done that. We have, let me see. You know, it's time. Okay, if you bring over the driver boards, and then while we're doing the driver boards, why don't we do our celebration for Phil? And then you're gonna dump them. Okay. So thank you, sir. Now you can see my Gino. God, Gino, you know you're supposed to get fat and lumpy as you get older. Gino went back to the gym, and now, my God, he's killing me. I hate fit people. I hate them. It's not fair. So anyway, we're up to the driver boards. God, I picked the worst one first. God, this one's ugly. And we have these driver boards that we're going to try to show all of you Oh, I'm being surrounded by balloons. These are celebration balloons for Phil, celebrating his retirement on Friday. He's with us now, Phil. You can chime in on the chat. I bought you all these balloons, and I personally blew each one up. Each and every one of them, I blew up just to show you how great I am. Oh. And, oh, 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 Phil, what's happened? Oh, 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 Phil, they're not supposed to blow up. Oh, oh, oh. That didn't go well. He retired from the Air Force, but now he can spend all the retirement money with me. I didn't buy these for Phil. They were left over last night. And Gino, before you leave, you're going to be cleaning them up. Now, look, this is rather interesting. Apparently, there's tape you can buy. As you blow them up, you slide them on the tape, and then you can assemble them. See, look. So, Gino, I'm going to assign you to the job of cleaning off so we can reuse this tape. Yes, thank you very much, Phil. We're very proud of you, young man. He graduated. He didn't graduate. He retired. He retired. He retired from the Air Force. And he actually sent me a video. The last time he was bringing the plane in, the last plane, somebody filmed it, thank goodness, of him showing in his final job there. They gave him a big party. He had a lot of fun. And I told Phil, you know, it's interesting. When I left Temple University, I told him what would happen. I said, you know, you at this job for 30, 40 years, and you do all this stuff. Like I was at Temple for 10 years, running the movie theater and the game rooms. 2 days after I left, after all those years, it was like I was never there. It was your mind erases. You remember the people there and everything, but you don't wake up saying, oh, I'm late. It's out of your head. You've cleansed your thought of going to work. And I think Phil may have, probably not quite at that point, but I'll say by Monday or Tuesday, it was like he was never there. And then you start to have the nightmares. Like 20 years later, you say, oh my gosh, I'm late for work. That's what happened at Temple. I'd start having dreams I was late to open the movie theater up or the game room. We had a little break, didn't we? We still retain 132 people. We're almost at the end because we're at item 25. We have 33 items, but we have some neat stuff at the end, so stick around. We're going to start with the driver boards. We have Todd has made the high offer of 55 for 5 of them. This is the worst one. This is awful. Look what the imbeciles did. They put the resistors off the boards with these extenders. My God, what were they thinking? Just awful. It looks like one transistor blew up, and then the smoke went up here. It's probably cleanable. I mean, you could probably clean this up. But anyway, it's not pretty right now. You can wash the boards in a sink. This board is missing the resistor, or the relay, for the flippers. But the socketed PIAs are still in it. It's amazing. Nobody pried them out. They didn't. So we have 2. We have a third one. Now, the first one does have the relay. The third one is also missing the relay and a couple transistors. It's also missing these resistors that get hot and burn up. So that is there. That's the third one. Todd is still the high bidder. We're going to show the last two, and then we're going to put the countdown on. This is probably the worst battery acid, and it's only on this side. So the batteries must have been mounted on the board right here in this corner, and they went right down and kind of ate both sides of the board up. However, you could still unsolder a lot of other parts. This board is not fixable, so this is a parts board. And then the final board is battery damage again. It sure is. Battery damage again. So I don't know. We did meet the reserves. Terry start the countdown. $55. So that's about $10 a board. Oh, they sold. I didn't even see the countdown. Well, Todd, thank you. You bought them. I hope you can get 2 running out of these. Maybe 3. People want the original driver boards. Do you know I've never used a replacement driver board yet, but I have bought the Rotten Dog double board in some cases that has both the driver and logic board combined. But I give those boards to Joe, and he rebuilds them with new pins on the top. You've seen them in our restorations. It costs me like $100, but I would rather spend $100 and give it to Joe and have him rebuild it so the board looks beautiful and put that in one of the Williams games. That I really would, and that's what I've been doing. Plus, the Rotten Dog board's expensive. They're not cheap. Look what we found. 2 brand new 6-digit glasses in these boxes with this padding. And they're original boxes because on the end, right here, it says 1 piece, 3/881. So they were 1981 when they're made and packed, I guess. They were individually packed. Can you zoom in on that for me, baby? Look at this. It's so neat. There we go. It's interesting. The automatic focus is on, but the box isn't appearing on me. So it is on autofocus. No, it's on. It's fine. But what's interesting, usually that stupid little box follows my face around on the screen. But there it is. Anyway, what we've done is we've come up. I have a second box, brand new. There was only the 2. I did open them up and check to make sure the nipples were intact. And they have the little titty in the back. And kind of a rarity. I've priced these way below the brand new price if you wanted to buy one. But I can't guarantee them, of course. This is 1981. That's when these were sealed and made, unlike a brand new one. So I can't be sure 100% they'll be fine. I would think they would be. We've had virtually no problems with new old stock glass. But we have this down for a buy it now, and the price is going to have you in tears. Here you go. Who wants them for $70 for both? That's $35 a piece. Kevin has purchased them. So I think the price is, did you ever look at the price? I think the price is like $55, $60 for them. So I'm hoping they both work perfect and you get yourself a good deal. Thank you. And we have another good deal. You can leave them there. We'll get them on this one. Joe had some nice, clean power supplies with no burn parts. That means the little resistors that always burn out on these. Even though they still work, it's the sensing resistor that burns up because the game is desperately trying to put 5 volts onto the board. And that resistor burns up because the edge connector's worn, mostly on pole positions. That was the number one burner of these resistors. These are not burned. Kurt tested them. We have 2 working perfect, clean as a whistle, and one that was dead as a doornail. And it's so odd because there was nothing burned on it. I mean dead, nothing. So somebody wrote Jim on it. He's dead, Jim. Anyway, we have a price for all 3. if you want to bid, you just put $5. You can do as bid as low as $5. If somebody wants to have some fun, they won't sell for $5. But if you put in a bid, I don't think it restarts the counter, does it, Terry?
No.
It doesn't. Okay. So I think somebody's going to win. Yeah, Jeff wins. So Jeff wins the 3 for $100, and we'll get them packed. Especially, I think that's his first win today, isn't it? I think it is. So we'll pack them the cheapest way and send you a bill, young man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I think Jeff bought from the last 10. Hang time. We found this. It says on the card, Betson, received January 3rd of 1998. And they never returned it. It's creeps. The board works. I had to push the chips in. It was coming up with ROM errors. So after we pushed all the chips in, all the red numbers went away. All the red numbers. Let me see. Yeah. Pole position is Marcy's favorite game. It's a great game. It really is. We actually got not 1, but 2 pole positions in. Neither one works. But we're going to try to fix them. Because I found 50, I swear to God, 50 pole position boards, singles, in this last batch. You know, front and back boards. There's 50 of them. So we're going to have to figure it out. We get one set working, I can start testing them. So that's what our goal is. The M4 Arcade is the high bidder at $120. We do have a reserve of $120. Oh, Digital has gotten the reserve, so it's cleared out. Let me. Can you move Mr. Camera over just a hair? There we go. So you can see all the green lights. The green light and powers up and comes on. It's funny, we got the red, but when we pushed the chips in, we heard them crunch. And they all crunched in and seemed to work. Wait a minute, my horizontal hold is out. Hold on. It just reset again. Let me. You know what? I think I turned the voltage down earlier. Let me turn it back up a little. I'm glad I have this here because I can adjust the voltage. See, when you're testing so many different games, some test and we had this playing fine. So the board plays. I mean, with one joystick and a couple buttons it plays, but you're going to have to put a battery in it too. So, but you know, if you by the way, you can buy bulk batteries, 2032s. You can get brand name like Toshiba for like 50 cents each. So I highly recommend you go online and buy them. Let me hit a button and it'll skip it. Now, what did it did that again? Darn it. I'm going to turn the voltage up just a hair more. Just a hair more. I don't have my meter with me. Kurt said he wanted the day off. And you know where he went? Kurt went to Great Adventure. Great frigging adventure. I said, for goodness sakes, Curdy. He could have gone to Knoebels or something, but he had the nerve to go out and have fun. I don't like that. No, wait a minute. Oh! No, I want to make sure it powers up because we want to show them that the board works. So we want to make sure everybody sees Mr. Board is good. Let me see. Darn it, it went started over again. I'm going to push the chips in again. We're playing it yesterday. It's being hard now. See what it's doing to me? It's making me a fool. Well, that's pretty easy, isn't it? I guess. So MK4 is... There's absolutely nothing wrong with the board. We'll guarantee it. So we put our honesty stamp on it someplace. We'll guarantee that the board will run. I turned up the voltage a hair more. I wish I had a meter. You know, now I'm going to have to make sure we have a meter present so we can make sure we do this. I guess it needed a little more voltage beat. me turn the brightness up. There we are. It's a great track. Fast Driver's a high bidder. We started the countdown. 175. Mr. Hang Time. I thought I heard a dribbling a second ago. But anyway. Mark MK4 is now 180. Oh, we had just traveling through. Hey, Mr. Todd. Hey, greetings. You did tune in. We still have 135 viewing. That's really great. And it's 9:16. But we're running out of items. We have 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. We're almost done. 205 is the bid. It's winding down, folks. The question is, where will it end? 215. So we have a new bid. Oh, let's plug this other game in. Okay, Fast Driver is the high bid. And you are the winner. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the bidding. We have another board. Is it over here? Oh, I see it. Good. Perfect. We have another board that Gino has gotten ready. Isn't he great? My beautiful Gino. And he is, isn't he? Gino is my eye candy for the night. Let me ask you, who else has said that to you? Just me, right? I'm embarrassing the lad. Okay, here we go. All right, there we are. We have Captain America.
Fight!
Oh gosh, that's loud.
Fight!
Is he saying?
Fight!
Is he saying fight or five? Okay.
Fight!
Anyway, fight. You think? It sounds like 5. Let me turn down Mr. Volume here. We've had a bunch of these pass through here. It's a 4-player JAMA, so it'll plug in to any 4-player cabinet, but you're going to have to wire in. Oh, no, it's the same connectors as the Konami. So you could probably put this into your Turtles. Who? Buy. Oh, Phil, thank you, baby. I'll tell you what, thanks for sending the 20. I'll send you the balloons. Then you can have them fixed. It sounded like he said Avengers of Pinball, didn't he? Anyway, there it is. 2 bid is the high bid at 150. We started the countdown. So if any of you are anxious to get this, he's saying fine, not buy. Marcy says fine. I think he is saying fine. Rob is the high bidder. Rob reset the counter. So we got 14 seconds left. Does anybody... There goes Filikins retirement. Phil. I want to get every dime Phil has. Phil actually is getting the Kings of Steel. So we're going to... He's ordered that game. Electronically, it's perfect. And we'll do a video, of course, when he comes down. He's going to bring his boy with him, I hope, and maybe his wife this time. We suggest we have all these great places to visit. We had a family come through. If you go on our Facebook pages, we had a lot of fun with the family. Jay came with his 2 sons and wife, and we had a ball. We had a lot of fun. Daddy Pops, all kinds of stuff. And we did make a nice film. But once again, it's on the computer heaven. My next video has to be Randy sent us. He's having a stroke. And I have a wonderful video I'm working on that you're going to love. So that'll be our next video up, but I just don't know when. I'm hoping this week. And we'll do more live stuff. The live ones are fun because you don't have to do anything. You just film it. You just go and run around, and we get the same amount of views. But, of course, our edited videos help me sell games. Rob is the high bidder. There's 10 seconds left. 245. Acid Rain went in at 250. 250 is the high bid now. 12 seconds left. 10 seconds. Isn't it nice because this auction has everything on the screen? You know what we're working on. You know what we're bidding. And Acid, you are the winner at an even $250. Thank you very much. We do really appreciate it. We're running down now out of things, guys. We went upstairs and we found a bunch of Tron stuff. I'm going to guess we took it off a game we threw out. We had a roof leak, so we had to move a bunch of boxes out of the way, and this stuff was in the boxes. So what I did, this is a Tron that goes below the control panel, and it has a new fluorescent light and a new starter. And there's a cord, but we left the original plug in, so you could still put it into your Tron and simply unplug the brand new power cord. So it does light. There is the bulb, or the bub, as Wallace would have said, my Wallace, and the new starter. As a matter of fact, this is one of our new starters that we sold. I don't know if Phil bought them. A whole batch of brand new starters, a great deal. And this will run all the bulbs from 4 watts to 40 watts. It's a really interesting starter. Anyway, we have a reserve of $50 on this. And Hayward Jabberoni, which is, in fact, John Dwyer, he has put the high bid, or the first bid, of 25. CUDA sales is 25. CUDA is 25. So it won't sell at this point because the reserve's 50. But 2Bid has restarted the counter and made it $30. So what you're going to get is the complete fixture, the cord. You can unplug it and put it in your Tron if you needed it. Or you can just put it on your shelf because it actually will sit nice and neat like that on your shelf. Okay, Kevin has put the high bid and now it will sell because it has met the reserve. We wanted $50 minimum on this, and we got it, didn't we? Didn't we, Gino? We got it. Is it going to sell? Anybody else going to pay more? Nope. Well, Kevin, you got it, young man. It is now yours, sir. So we'll get that out. The next Tron, see, this is Tron A Go-Go. I figured we had 3 Tron items, so why not, milk it? And we have, haven't we? Because now, folks, we're up to the Tron Shroud. Now, this one's special. The Tron Shroud has me in it. I want you to notice the side art is beautiful. So the artwork on the side, I'm going to turn it, is beautiful, like me. Okay? On this side, it's gorgeous. Okay? It's beautiful. You will not have to buy new stickers for this. Now, for an extra fee, I will come and wear it at your house for a slight extra fee. The clear window in the back is intact. It has some scratches on it. But you may be able to buff that out. And the scratches will become invisible because there's something in the back of it that disappears. We have a minimum of $100. Obviously, we can ship this. Because it'll ship oversized, it probably won't be cheap. But Hayward here, who's bidding on it now, he actually could come by and pick it up if he ends up getting it. But not for $20. Not for $20. But Hydraulics stepped in at $30. You know, you're welcome to come here and make a weekend of it. We'll take you to Daddy Pop's. We'll take you to Applebee's. We'll stuff you. You're going to have fun with the guys in the back. And then we'll go from there. CUDA Sales has put the minimum reserve of $100. These sell on eBay for $250, $300. The artwork is worth $100, and it's in great shape. So artwork is beautiful, like me. CUDA, looks like you bought it. $100 plus the shipping. So we'll get that out. Thank you, sir. We'll have to get that price because that's. I think it'll go UPS. That's going to be the cheapest way to ship it. We're up to the next to the last item. The last part of our Tron A Go-Go is a Tron joystick. This has a black joystick on it, but it does have the Tron logo in it. Okay? It has some issues. Somebody took the spinner board out of it. Okay? But the spinner's intact. I don't know if this has something else in it. You know, it's got... Okay. It looks like the shaft that goes through to hit the joysticks is not present. Okay. Connectors are here. The spinner spins. Control panel will have to be changed. New thing is got the high bid of 30. Or to 100, I'm sorry. Oh, George, thank you. George Corrigan has given us $20. That's very, very nice. Really appreciate it. We do. Control panel on the top. You're obviously going to have to put a new overlay on it. And you're going to have to do something with the joystick for sure. Because the shaft that goes down, it looks like the shaft is held in with a roll pin, is not there. The bellows are there, but the shaft is not. Start the countdown. I don't think anybody's going to buy this. But, I mean, it was worth showing. If somebody is in need of one and needs to fix theirs up, or they need the spinner, as long as you have the spinner board. I believe somebody is making the spinner board for these now. But there it is. What were they? It didn't. We'll do one more time, but it doesn't look like anybody wants this because the high bid is 100. So I guess there's just no demand for the control panel. I figured there would be. Gino is heading to eBay. Oh yes. No, but there was just no interest. We could try it again. We'll try it one more time. Kevin at 110, reset the counter. This will be the last time. So if this hits the end, and I'll tell you what, Terry, can we go back and we'll do the Tate-Tung one time? We'll do each one time, and then we'll do the last item of the night, which is kind of neat. I have it turned on now. It's an oscilloscope that works. There we got a new bid, 125 by Kevin. So we got 13 seconds left. If nobody buys it at the end of this countdown, or nobody puts a new bid, okay, we have a new bid. Akuta Sales had reset the counter, and it's now down to 11 seconds. Digital went up to 135. Cinestan up to 150. Well, it's $100 off, but it's closer, right? Isn't it, Terry? It's closer. But 9 seconds to go. This is it. I'm not putting it up again. Is anybody going to bid 155? Somebody did. Kuda Sales said, you know what? People may go with us. 155. Oh, we got a silent scope in. Silent scope 2. I won't retail that. We're going to put it in the bargain basement. We're going to come up with a bargain basement. It's going to have you guys in tears. It didn't sell. So there it goes off to eBay. We're going to go back and try the Tate-Tung monitor because we may have new viewers. You know, we have 136 people watching, but sometimes our numbers change. So what we have here is a failure to communicate. We have a brand new Tate-Tung monitor chassis. These would sell for probably $200 or $300 back in the old days. Tate-Tung, these were made for the 13 and 19-inch touchscreen games. Just one for $50. We'll give you a brand new sealed one, but it's $50. Buy it now. Oh no, it's not a buy it now. It's a bidding. All right, brand new chassis in the box. The model number is written down there. It will fit any Tate-Tung monitor, 13 or 19, and it also has the direct connection. I'm not sure if you can adapt this for a regular video game, but there it is. Start the countdown, and then we're done. We tried it at $50 for a brand new chassis. I thought was a very fair price, especially a factory chassis. It's not a remade direct from China chassis that don't seem to work. A lot of people have bought them and they don't work. There's no interest, so that's that. We tried. We're going to try one other thing. We had a Mercy bid from 2Bid right up until the end of $4.95 because Mercy bid really didn't want it. Or 2Bid did the Mercy bid. A Robotron that we converted to a multicade Robotron. He wanted all new electronics. Everything is clean. So you're going to get 2 steel. We can also take them off the steel. It's just shipped cheaper. But 2 steel plates with all the boards on them. Power supply works. Can you reset it? Should we reset it or just leave it? We'll leave it alone. So somebody just has to bid $500. It's up to $495. Power supply works. The 3 lights are on. Soundbar works when you push the test button. Okay? Harness is all there. Undamaged. As a matter of fact, Kurt had put in one new connector for the we had to change a connector for the switchboard, which is here. Even has the 2 push buttons. This button lets you go into the test programming. But if you didn't open the top board, you could open the bottom board. This was hidden, and you pushed it, and you went right into the bookkeeping. So they had a 2 system. A logic board here. Here's the logic. The logic board is clean, and there's virtually no battery damage. There's a little down in the corner, but it doesn't run. The ROM board and the switchboard. So it's all here. Does anybody want it for $500? Did you try it? Do one more time, Terry, and then we're done. So we're going to start the countdown again, and then we're done. All you had to do is bid $500, and you got it. Nobody's bidding $500, Terry. Oh, I know, Terry. No, Phil doesn't need this. What's he going to do with it? Okay. I want to tell you about another channel, though, because I always wanted to mention the different channels. Jason, Arcade Jason, can you put his screen up? There's some other great YouTube channels you should be aware of. I already told you about Arcade Hollywood, but another great channel is Arcade Jason. Did you find There it is. There it is, sweetie. And I'm in the top. I'm in one of his most viewed videos, I think. Let's go to TNT Amusements, and then there's a second one down there. The 23 Space Duel PCBs from TNT, games pickup from TNT Amusements. It's great fun. Arcade Jason has some great videos on how-tos. If you're into how-to stuff, especially anything with a vector beam, you got to go to Arcade Jason. There's another great channel, Delusional Arcade. Why he's not getting more views is beyond me. Delusional has some great videos too. And there's his channel. So Delusional Arcade, you just subscribe. Just hit the you can see I'm subscribed. Do you see the bell? You click on the bell next to the word subscribed, and you'll get notified whenever he puts a new video up. It's very nice. And it's really nice for you guys if you support these guys, because they're spending all this time and money making these videos to make you guys happy. Good. And then, Defender. Oh, gosh, I didn't bring the Defender down. Terry, could you just go? And there's one last channel while I get the Defender. Captain Retro. He watches our stuff frequently. Here, you'll see him on the screen there. Go up a little, honey. There he is. There he is. So Captain Retro has a bunch of videos he does a combination of different videos. As a matter of fact, there one, it says, my girlfriend makes me watch Lilo and Stitch for the first time. So that's a rather interesting video takeoff. But you'll notice below he's got a lot of other videos from forgotten and lost pinball machines. It's really neat. So he highlights some stuff that I can't cover because I don't have them to cover. So there's 3 good channels for you to check out, okay? And remember, Arcade Hollywood channel is going to feature me and mine and all. Can you get that box that we got, the 7-piece box? We're going to do, please, I almost forgot that. That's going to be next. We're almost done. Please hang around with us to the end. We're down to 116. We're losing people fast, Terry. All right, we're going to do the Defender set. A complete set of Defender boards on the panel with the harness. There's no power supply with it, but the cable to plug into the power supply on the bottom is present. Everything's here, okay? Except, of course, the control panel. Soundboard works. Logic board doesn't, but everything's on it, but there's damage on the board. I will give you a nice, clean logic board with it that doesn't have chips in it, that you'll be able to move all these chips in. The RAMs don't have, like, rust on them or anything, so you'll be able to transfer everything over. Does anybody want this for $300? We already had bids up to $295, and a lot of them were mercy bids. We're going to do it. Figure one more time we'll do this. Will anybody buy it? Nope. We tried, though, didn't we, Terry? Do you know one of our customers sent me, Sean Jones, bought a bunch of stuff from me. For Todd and the crew, thought you could use some snacks to go with all the coffee you've been getting. We've been enjoying the 7 games we purchased from you. Now I'm hooked. And I have 18 games. I'm running out of room. He didn't buy the other games from me. But guess what? He bought 1 box for each game he bought. It was really nice. Mini tarts. These are crumb cakes. This was really kind of you, sir. He got us Entenmann mini pound cakes. Here's something. More a crumb cake. So we got 7. He gave us 7 boxes. Now, of course, this is my personal favorite, are Poppets. Rich frosting. I think there's more than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8. So we got we got 1 extra. A couple boxes of minis, brownie chocolate chips. These look good. These look really good. A baker's 8. And Minnie's pancake. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. It's very nice. Yes. We'll open up a crumb cake. We should open up. We'll open these up. But we do appreciate it. That was very kind of you, Sean. Shawnee has 2 games in our warehouse. He's already making, I think he paid for them, that he's coming to get. He came here with his family from Pittsburgh, too, near Phil. We have one last item, guys. The last item of the night, item 33. It's a working, as far as we can tell. Get that out of the way. Nobody wanted my stupid Defender board. This is a working oscilloscope, but there's no test leads. But I looked it up on eBay, and they are selling, I guess, for about $100. Oh no, 150 or something. If we put something in here, we can actually detect. I'm trying to think of which hole it was in. Gosh, I don't remember. Let me look here, because I actually got some results of me. Let me tilt this up. This is designed to get on your bench, and then you can swing this panel up or down. I figure it out. So it sits on your bench like this. And then test leads go in it. The test leads are available. Let me see which one he had it in. God, I don't remember. And then it'll detect me and my body composition. Is that the right one? I think it was this one. And then we touched it. I think he had it touched on this. Gosh, I did get it in. I told him to come up with something a little more stable than this. There we are. Anyway, there's dials in here to turn stuff, and I guess you could have all kinds of fun with it. I remember when I touched it, though, it was actually reading my heartbeat, I thought. I can't, but anyway. Anyway, it's model 4, looks like, it says here 485. Hey You is the high bidder. It does have the cover, but there are no test leads or anything. So it does have Mr. Cover, and we do, I have my heartbeat on it too. I wonder what I did when I lifted it up. That moves that up and down. So, anyway. Now everybody's going to think I'm a fool. A fool. Anyway, start the bidding. The countdown, Terry. $75. Hey You is going to get it. We do have the cover for the top. 2 bid is high score. We could be able to ship this. It's not that heavy. We'll put it in a nicely secured box, wrap it in bubble wrap, and then we'll ship it UPS. That's going to be the cheapest way, unless you're close enough to pick up. Tim Hoffman is offered $85. You will have to buy test leads for it, but that's about it. There's a fan in it. I can hear the fan running, and it's very clean. And we got 16 seconds to go. The countdown is continuing. It is going up and down. 2 bid is still the high bid, and it is sold to, Tim. Tim came in at the last second and put in $100. Nope, 2 bid wants it at $105. And it looks like 12 seconds. We still have 12 seconds to go. Lenny says it's a dual channel. Model number, the model's up there. Model 485. Or is it 460? I thought it said 480. 46, okay. Does it have a manufacturer? I don't know. We showed it last night's video, too. So I just think I have it in the wrong hole. 2 bids the high bidder. Thank you, sir. And it does sit. Here's how it sits when it's idle. And then we put the cover on the top. It has the cover here. Did you guys have fun tonight? My gosh, I hope you did. I did. And Gino, you had fun, right? That is the top, right? I think. Or maybe it goes like this. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, 465. I got my short eyeballs. There it is. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I think we had a good time. We still have 111. We lost a bunch of people, but I don't know. We're going to do it on Sunday again, but not for 2 weeks. Tammy's show is August 1st, right?
Yeah, 25th.
What day of the week is that?
Sunday.
Oh.
25th? Oh, Tammy's thing is Sunday.
It is Sunday? Well, we won't do it then. So I'm not sure when we'll be doing the next show, but we will do something, folks. We will tell you when. We're so busy now with sales. A lot of you know. Tony, thank you, Tony. Tony gave us $20 too. That was very kind of. Thank you, World Time. And take Phil out. Well, yes, of course. We're going to take Phil out. Of course we're going to. We're going to have some fun. We have to. We have to have some fun. I think on the end, you'll go to that soon. But the end screen, you have to put the copyright up too, Terry. Oh, I think it's a video. But listen, thanks for watching tonight. We ran overboard, didn't we? 9:45. But we had a lot to cover. We had fun. Do you think I'll catch another mouse? Gino, I'm going to have Gino set it, just in case he doesn't catches the fingertip. The Victors have a very strong spring. The Victor mouse traps, mices. And Lenny is picking up. He bought a rescue vehicle. Is that what you bought, Lenny? He had to drive all the way. No, he's flying to Wisconsin and driving back. That's what it was. Good night, Robert. Robert was here last night. We had fun. We did. Robbie bought the Addams Family, the nicest one on earth, other than buying a brand new in the box one, I think. And yes, we'll be at the pinball show, Paul. Peter, remember the Allentown show. It's the end of the month. It's Friday and Saturday. I'll be there Friday. I won't be there Saturday. The showroom's too busy. But I'll be walking around with Mr. Camera, and I'll film you. And we'll have some fun. And then, of course, the crown jewel of Allentown's right there, the farmer's market. You can go over there and stuff yourself until you can't move. You can carry a lot of the food home, too. Yep, we're good business. Terry's got the button to hit the end. Good night, folks. Thanks for watching.